Okay, this is the Norwich view, and it can't get any worse, can it, Dom?
Oh dear. No, no. Down to 17th or stuck in 17th place. I predicted 2-1 in the last game against Blackburn. It was 3-1, so the boys let me down even more. Um, I've got a little story about the game, actually. I was going to go. I've got a season ticket at Carrow Road, and I had 5 minutes to make my mind up whether I should go or watch it on Sky in the warmth with a nice Belgian beer in my hand. And I gave up. I just, I I actually stayed at home and watched the game. So I left my season ticket seat empty, um, and I just couldn't be bothered really. Um, and after 8 minutes, it proved to be correct. Norwich were just cut open by Blackburn after 8 minutes, and then 15 minutes it was 2-0. So uh, the Belgian beer turned out to be much needed. Um, we just can't explain it. We've got such a poor defence. I keep saying this every week, but we can see goals for fun. Shane Duffy again, I think it was, who let their player in. Um, he's so slow at turning. All you have to do is just dribble around him and you'll score. We had a new 20-year-old playing Wagner because Ben Gibson's injured. So he played alongside Shane Duffy, and he actually played okay. Um, he looked far more assured than any of his more experienced players. And he put in a good tackle and clearance. He was at fault, obviously, positionally, but as a young defender, you're going to expect that. I think it's only his first start in the championship, so um, obviously with Gibson injured, we do have a lot of injuries. So yeah, the next game against Cardiff is going to be tough. They're on a good run. They're seventh, I think. We're 17th. As you said, you wouldn't have expected that to be the positional situation, but I think we'll lose. I think we'll lose 2-1. As I say, we can't keep a clean sheet, and the only person that can score for us at the moment is Gabriel Sara, one of our midfielders, Brazilian midfielder, who knows the yellow and green quite well. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 to Cardiff, unfortunately.
The international break is never good for managers because it gives the directors and owners time to make decisions. Do you suspect that win, lose, or draw against Cardiff, that this is Wagner's last game?
That is the question on the social medias at the moment. Within Norwich fans, we know whose game it will be the last, which is our sporting director Stuart Webber. He has been it's been brought forward. I did say last game was the 27th, or he was here till the 27th of November, but it's actually the owners have actually stepped up, and in response to a Canaries trust letter to the owners, they've actually stepped up and brought forward Stuart Webber's leaving date, so Cardiff will be his last game. But he's picked an away game to do it because he doesn't want to face the flack of the home fans at Carrow Road. So our sporting director of the last 6 years, who's left Norwich in a terrible financial situation. The accounts have just been published that I've read, and we made an operating loss of £27 million, and our debt is now at 70 million. It's a record debt. So that is all thanks to the sporting director Stuart Webber, who leaves on against Cardiff.
Right. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Back onto footballing matters then. So heading to Cardiff, you've got some big issues in defence, haven't you? Shane Duffy to suspended, as you mentioned, Gibson and Hanley already on the sidelines. What does he put into that back line? Or who does he put in that back line? Sorry.
Who does he put into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd go with Wagner again, the 20-year-old. There's not much else they can really do, so they're going to have to play Duffy in there, as you say. Hanley's still in recovery. He's due back soon. I think he played an under-23 game recently, so he'll be back soon, which is much needed. Gibson's out till Christmas, so he's just going to have to go with Duffy and Wagner again. The fullbacks were also at fault, not tracking back enough. We don't have a central defensive midfielder. Kenny McLean's been playing there. and he's not good enough at all for that role. He can't tackle well enough. So we've got a soft centre really. So just if you want to score, just go through our centre really. There's not much really we can do with personnel because false nine, Sora plays up front by himself, but then tracks back because he's actually a midfielder. But I'd like to see him as the sort of most attacking player. And then we've got obviously Jonathan Rowe, Placheta, who's a left winger, plays for Poland. He came on against Blackburn, and he actually put in some really good crosses from the left. He's got really good pace. When he was signed, they said he could outrun a cheetah, but we'll have to see. But yeah, he put in some good crosses, so I'd like to see him start as well.
Okay, let's get some predictions then. Just pause there for 1 second. Okay, fascinating one then this weekend. Cardiff Norwich, let's get some predictions. James first.
So you know me, I'm normally quite shrewd with my predictions, but I'm going to be a bit optimistic this week after recent weeks. I'm going to go 3-1 Cardiff.
Oh, okay, bold. And to you, Dom.
Yeah, I'm going to be cynical as usual, just because of how Norwich are playing at the moment. So 3-1's not a bad call, not bad at all, but I'm going to go 2-1 to Cardiff. Because we have no defenders. We have absolutely no defenders you've just told me Shane Duffy's suspended. So, yeah, 2-1 Cardiff.
Well, enjoy the game both. We'll catch up with you both after the international break. Thank you very much.
Right.
Cheers, fellas.